See, when I think of America, I think of three things. Number one, guns. Number two, Donald Trump. Number three, Walmart. I went to Walmart, I bought a speaker. This is their new speaker, the On Wi-Fi speaker. See, On is their house brand now. It used to be Memorex, which absolutely sucked. On, well, it's a little better, but all the other speakers that I've tried so far are just mediocre. Not this one. This is a game changer. This is $80. It's got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and auxiliary in, and they claim 360-degree sound. JBL Extreme Contender, obviously a Marshall-inspired speaker. Not a direct clone, but you can see the similarities. Driver layout. Let me pop the grill off. You got one 4-inch mid woofer. It's not a subwoofer. It's just a mid woofer. It's playing mids. This would matter. I'll get to that. 1.7-inch tweeter. Then in the back of it, you get another 0.7-inch tweeter in the baseboard. Now, let me get to why I called it a mid-woofer instead of a subwoofer. Because since it's playing mid-frequencies, you're not actually getting 360-degree sound. The mids are only coming out from the front, not at the back. So, if you're listening to this speaker at the backside, yeah, some of the stuff in the music you're not going to be able to hear. Just keep that in mind. We're going to compare it with current Huaqiangbei King, the Avantree Powerbyte. Let's get to the sound check right now. Alright, we're playing at about half volume, starting with the on speaker. All settings on neutral. The Avantree on the third EQ.
Is it just a dream I'm having inside my fantasies? Come to me. You are in my thoughts. I never stray from the heart of you. Come to me. Beyond the surface, we can be under the water. Far underwater land, and if it serves a deeper purpose, we can be under the water. Yes, underwater land. Am I touching you? I wanna feel every part of this. Come to me. Forever and a day, whatever feelings take hold of you. Set me free.
Alright, I'm going to go back, the on speaker, I'm going to crank it all the way up, alright? Well, there you have it. The Avantree is quite a bit louder. This isn't even in its loudest EQ mode. So, I don't think the on speaker dethroned the Avantree in terms of being the Huaqiangbei King or anything. Not saying it's a bad speaker, but obviously, in the overall sound quality, it just doesn't compare with the Avantree. I'm going to do a quick frequency sweep. I'm going to see just how exactly the on speaker sounded like. Alright, see, we have our frequency graph out now. Start from the bass region. Keep in mind, I set both the bass and treble on neutral. Then I'm going to measure in my room, so some resonances and whatnot. So it might be a little bit extra bass boost. But, as you can see from here, quite a big hump down here, all the way down from 150 hertz down to around 55 hertz, where you still get to hear a little bit of bass, is all humped up by, say, good 3 to 4 decibels. And then the tweeter, you get a huge 2K peak, which is why it sounded harsh during my sound test. And then over here, you also get a small peak. And then there's a dip between 3 to 8 kilohertz. You also get a dip over here. Overall, not really that even of a frequency response, so wouldn't expect a hi-fi sounding speaker. Does it sound bad? No. If you turn the tweeter knob down by a little bit, you can get rid of a little bit of that harshness. Also, if you turn the woofer knob up by a little bit, you would also get rid of the harshness. But if you turn the woofer up, you get a bunch of bass. Too boomy for my taste. If you turn the tweeter down, there's not going to be any detail left in the speaker. So I just hope they do the tunings a little bit better. Really, it could be because the back driver is playing a complete different stuff when I'm doing when the speaker is playing. The speaker at the back is playing a complete different frequency. So that could be the reason why it has measured like that. Maybe some interference and whatnot. I do not know. I don't have like a full clipple system to find out all about it. But this is just a little, take it as a grain of salt thing to give you some basic idea of how the speaker is going to sound. All right, bass test time.
处女膜被我干破，好运把给你的钱，我都随你走位。将只穿拖鞋，高级被陷阱地，他们都缩水。他吃你的老二像在喊奶嘴，自信像在喊了整条街海水。随便随便去，就屌他妈像空投。像水泥一样输赢到跑前包，还被我给抢手。AV 女优油门出现，影片都牛仔裤不小心掐到老红了。大包在玩你玩你，你又在偷听。你已经躲不，结果只会索费，房间都是咖啡，我看到会来趴。小时候没得，所以长大必须有。我把邻居家的香肠取下来切 BBQ， 在哭穷，抛弃报复性消费，像是在打如龙。以前抽了零烟，现在随便买包飞碟。一帮水水喜欢丢尿狗的兄弟齐心，小时候的同学爹妈。
All right, teardown time. All right, let's start from the circuit board. So this is a much complicated board than your regular 3-chip. I'm already seeing 4. Power management and charging, either the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, and here are the power amplifiers. These are typical, commonly seen ESMT amplifiers. If I remember right, these have built-in DSPs. Yes, indeed, these are 30 watts per channel, and they have a built-in PEQ, 3D processing, and all that sort of stuff. So it's a all-in-one package. You don't need to use the DSP that's built into those Bluetooth chips, which sometimes are quite limited. Now, interesting about this design is that I was wrong about it being a bridge mono for the woofer and stereo for both two tweeters. You get the rear tweeter is using one amplifier, so it's bridging for the rear tweeter, which Actually, no, I take that back. I wasn't looking at the circuit correctly. Yes, I was right, indeed. This amplifier is for the two tweeters. It's just the two tweeters happen to play, different stuff, different audio signals. This amplifier is bridged. You see the bigger components and everything. And the circuits, the routing, you can see that these are bridged for that single woofer, which we're going to now take a look at. This is our woofer driver. It's a 4-inch. Looks very similar to a Peerless. I do not know if it is, but could be an OEM. 4-inch driver, doesn't say who makes it. I'm guessing some guys like GGEC or stuff like that. And then you got two of these tweeters. These are the tweeters they used. Right? All right, they're about 0.7 inch. Just your average silk dome tweeter. Here's the battery. It takes 4 18650s. It's a commonly seen pack. It's seen in a lot of places, so you don't have to worry about the battery dying, because here you still have the option of AC power. It would work, I'm sure, without the battery plugged in. I've heard that it worked that way. I didn't really try myself, but really shouldn't be worried about battery dying, because that is easily replaceable. Now I'm going to take this board off, and then I'm going to show you the other side, which is most likely where the also some more wireless stuff over there. Interesting. No Wi-Fi module or anything, just a USB for most likely programming and charging your external device, and an auxiliary in jack. That's it. The power supply input is over there though. Okay, that is a surprise. I was expecting another separate Wi-Fi module because I expected this to just be a Bluetooth, but apparently it does both. So pretty cool. Yeah, that's the build. It's decent build quality. I'm actually surprised something this cheap has this kind of quality. It's a leap ahead of your generic X-Dobo speakers. So there you have it. Overall, this is not a bad speaker, especially $80. It goes toe to toe with the Marshall equivalent, and it's got Wi-Fi added onto it. So definitely not a bad speaker. Is it better than the Avantree? No, it's close, but not there yet. The sound, simply, Avantree is better in my opinion. But then again, you could have your own takes, and I think this is definitely a speaker worth buying. There you have it.